Hello and welcome to Mather Park here in Cleveland, Ohio for today's game between the Case Western Reserve University Spartan softball team and the University of Chicago Maroons. This is game 2 of a 3-game series, the first of a doubleheader set to play today. It's senior day for Case Western Reserve, as they honored before this game, you may have seen on the broadcast there, 4 seniors and as well as 2 additional graduating members of 5th years on this team. So we'll be talking about them throughout today's doubleheader. Yesterday, the Spartans, with a 1-0 win over Chicago in a well-pitched game on both sides. For the Maroons, it was Paige Hefke who gave up just 1 run on a solo shot, 3 hits in 6 innings. For the Spartans, it was Lexi Miskey who earned the win, no runs on 2 hits with 8 Ks. And Kylie Hosey, who pitched 2 scoreless hitless innings with just a walk and 2 Ks, earning the save. So that's what's on tap for today. The Spartans coming into today 20-8 overall, 7-3 in the conference. Chicago 14-14 in this season and 3-7 in the UAA, looking to get above 500 back again today. This will be the first of 2 scheduled games today in the doubleheader. We've delayed about an hour and a little bit more for rain and weather and senior day. But we're about to get started here. It's a little after 2 on the East Coast, and it'll be Sedona Ding leading it off for Chicago. Ding yesterday went 1 for 2. She had one of the 2 Maroon hits, also drew a walk, stole a base, got caught stealing once. That was her 21st stolen base of the year. Ding, a first-year student from Palos Verdes Estates, California, went to Palos Verdes High School. Stands in the box at just 5'3", a lefty slapper leading off here for the Maroons. Pitching for the Spartans, it's Lexi Miskey again, the senior, who was honored before today's game. Today's first pitch, low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0 as we begin today at 2:13. Miskey in the circle for the Spartans, the senior, program record holder in strikeouts and wins, as the 1-0 pitch from her, and that's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Arguably the best in the circle in program history. It'd be tough to replace her, as well as Kylie Hosey, who is maybe number 2 or number 3 in program history if you're looking at overall body of work. So 1-1, Miskey has the count on Ding. Ding, who did get a hit against her. She led off the game, if I'm not mistaken, with a hit yesterday as that pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Ding, coming into today's game, batting .317. She started every contest for the Maroons in just her first season at the University of Chicago. She scored a team-high 22 times, 25 hits, as the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. A little off-speed there from Miskey, evens the count at 2-2. That's from the left-handed batter's box. A slap hitter, but she throws right out in right field for Chicago. The 2-2 pitch from Miskey, grounded to third. Barry with glove on it, throws it over to Russo, and that'll be the first out. Give you the Spartan infield here with 1 down in the top of the first inning. It's Biz Barry at third, Karen Potts at short, Kai Gross at second, and Bella Russo at first. The outfield from left to right, Kate Coonan is in left, Ashley Miller is in right, and Nyla Durham in center. It'll be Maddie Murphy to the plate for Chicago, their shortstop, hitting .264 on the season. First pitch to her, bit outside, maybe a little touch high. It's 1-0. Murphy comes into this season. She started every game, leads the team in at-bats. 1-0 is the count. 24 hits, 20 runs scored, 4 doubles, a home run, 9 driven in. Her on-base is higher than her slugging, though, and she pops that one up. It's going to be a tough play, but Gross is under it, and she'll put it away. 2 away here in the top of the first. That batting order for Chicago. So you've seen Ding, you've seen Maddie Murphy. Now up, it's Natalie Anton who plays first. Audrey Hoy hits cleanup in left. Matilda Nelson bats 5th and plays 3rd. Maya Martinez, the designated player, will hit 6th. Anna Jensen hits 7th and plays 2nd. Mia Bosian will hit 8th and catch. And rounding out the order is Layla Sims in center. First pitch to Anton. That's over for a strike. It's 0-1. Anton leads this team in hitting. She started now 26 of the team's 29 games and appeared in an additional one. Leads the team with 361 average, has 30 hits and 83 at bats. She scored 8 times. And also leads the team with a 424 on base. As that Misky went to go off speed and missed inside for a ball, it's 1-1. A little spin on that. You could see she went, I don't know, change up or a little bit of a cutter slider combo there. But definitely a lot of spin on that pitch. This is the second time that Chicago is seeing Lexi Misky in the circle already this weekend. The 1-1 pitch way outside for a ball. It's 2-1. She was a bit wild, you might say effectively wild yesterday in the circle. 5 shutout innings, just the 2 hits, but she did walk 4, struck out 8, 94 pitches in those 5 innings. Lowered her season ERA to 2.07. Her 2-1 home to Anton. Touch outside, maybe high as well. It's 3-1. Misky is this ace in the Spartan staff. She comes in 13-3 with a 2.17 ERA. This is her 20th start, 23rd appearance. She has 3 complete games, and she's combined for 3 shutouts. Has not pitched one herself. 3-1 pitch popped up on the infield. Potts going to be a tough play, and she'll give way to Coonan, who makes the pitch. So 1-2-3 inning for Chicago. We're scoreless heading to the bottom of the first. Be Karen Potts to lead us off here in the bottom of the first inning for the Spartans, the sophomore shortstop for Case Western Reserve. I'll give you the Chicago fielders as we get started here. It's Paige Hefke in the circle, Mia Bosian behind the plate, Matilda Nelson at third, Maddie Murphy at short, Anna Jensen at second, and Natalie Inton at first. The outfield from left to right, it's Audrey Hoy, Layla Sims, and Sedona Ding. Hefke in the circle for Chicago. She is their ace, local product from North Royalton High School, a senior for the Maroons. 2.27 ERA, 10-6. This is her 22nd appearance, 18th start. Of her 17 starts so far, 13 of them she's gone the distance, including 2 shutouts. She also has 2 saves. 117 innings, 93 strikeouts, a batting average of just .216. Into facer for Case Western Reserve, it's Karen Potts. Potts, who yesterday went 0 for 2, ending her 23-game on-base streak. As she'll look at a ball, it's 1-0. Yeah, Karen Potts coming into yesterday's game had reached base for the Spartans in 23 consecutive games and had reached base in all but one of the team's contests. As she drives that one into left center field, it'll be off the top of the wall. No signal from the umpire, and that'll be a double for Karen Potts. So a double to left field for Karen Potts as she gets it going here for the Spartans, as it looks like the umpires will get together here to see if they'll give her a home run. That ball well hit to the opposite field for Karen Potts. It looked like it hit off the top of the fence, that black bar there, and it popped back into play. Now, did it hit the netting behind the fence is the question. And if it hit the netting, that is a home run and came back into play. There's that netting behind the fence because there's a parking lot there. We don't want any cars hurt. And they'll give her a double. So a double for Potts here. And we're taking a replay. And it'll go, yeah, off the wall and just back into play. So a leadoff double for Karen Potts. Getting things going here for the Spartans. Biz Barry to the plate for Case Western Reserve. Barry yesterday also 0 for 3. A lot of 0 for the Spartans. Just 2 players had hits in yesterday's game against Paige Hefke, and now you see they've made some adjustments. They were swinging early in the count against Hefke, and I mean even KP was doing that there in as Barry shows bunt, pitches high for a ball. Well, no, that was the second pitch of the at-bat that Potts drove to left field. The only 2 players that had hits yesterday were Kai Gross with a double and Caitlin Lamb, who had the solo home run as well as a double. Shows bunt, gets it down, and no, it's caught. So good play there by the third baseman, Nelson, able to get that ball before it hit the dirt. So Barry is retired on the bunt. We'll go P5 on that. Potts did not advance. Another bring up Kai Gross, who yesterday went 1 for 2 with the double. Kai, the best hitter in this Spartan lineup for sure, leading the team with a 467 average, 43 hits, 34 runs scored. The first pitch to her, touch high, maybe outside. It's 1-0. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 8 home runs, 27 runs driven in. She has a 524 on base and an 880 slug. So if you can do quick math, that's a 1404 OPS. That pitch over at the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. Yesterday, Gross had the double, and that was her 56th career double, setting a new program career record. She holds 11 career program records in offensive and inoffensive categories. The 1-1 pitch, low in the dirt, good block by Bosie, and keeps it in front of her. It's 2-1. Gross looking to keep her fantastic season alive. She also comes in today with 31 career home runs, 2 away from the program record, looking to just drive a run in here. She gets that one up the right-hand side and foul. 2-2 now. When Gross is struggling, you'll see she gets in front of pitches and she just hits some weak grounders to the second base side of the infield. She pulls the ball. You saw her on the double yesterday. She went the other way. Karen Potts went the other way with her double. The 2-2 up and away for a ball, runs the count full, 3-2. So good on Kai here, working the count full. Mentioned Hefke yesterday, just 61 pitches. I would not be surprised if we see her in both games today, if we play both. First game of doubleheader here, scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. The full count offering, and that's grounded foul again up the first base side. And on the hands, Gross able to get some bat on that to stay alive in the count. So do it again at 3-2. Already a 6 pitch at bat for Kai, the number 3 hitter in this Spartan lineup. Potts is on second. She led off the inning with a double. Barry retired on a failed bunt. Payoff again, and she drives that one to second base. Jensen is up with it and throws it over to first. But Gross does get the runner over. Potts moves to third on the ground out. But it'll be 2 outs for Caitlin Lamb. Lamb, one of those 4 seniors the softball team honored today. Lamb, a senior from Bolingbrook, Illinois, Plainfield East High School graduate. We'll get to visit to the circle. It looks like it's the Maroons' assistant coach, either Kim Tatro or Kelly Osler. Not sure. One of the 2. Quick chat there with Paige Hefke, her starting pitcher. Make sure she's on the same page. Hefke already just 11 pitches in this first inning. 2 down, runner in third. First mound visit, circle visit, I guess, for Chicago here in this game. Lamb, a Mekki Arrow double major for the Spartans. Last year she appeared in every game, made 47 starts behind the plate. This year has started every contest. A year for her in her last season with Case Western Reserve as that pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Hitting .338, 27 hits in 28 games, 7 runs scored, 9 doubles, 3 home runs, 19 driven in. She did hit that solo shot yesterday, and she's been on quite of a tear recently. Take a look here as the 1-0 grounded back to Hefke. She'll throw over to first, and then I'll retire the side. So the Spartans get a leadoff double but do no damage. We're scoreless here as we head to the second inning. No score here at top of the second inning from Mather Park in Cleveland. It'll be Audrey Hoy leading it off for Chicago after the Maroons went 1-2-3 in their half of the first. Audrey Hoy, the sophomore from Cumming, Georgia, South Forsyth graduate. Last year appeared in all 32 games, made 29 starts. This year, started every contest for Chicago. Second on the team with 325 average, 404 on base, 422 slug. She leads the team with 4 sacrifice hits. She's an econ major at Chicago. They have a really good econ program there. That pitch, a touch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. She's also a member of the Women's Athletic Association and Women in Business College, organizations at UC. The 1-0 pitch to Hoy. Check swing, fouls it back. It's 1-1. Hoy playing in left field today for Chicago. Yesterday, find it here. Yesterday, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. One of 4 free passes given up by Lexi Miskey. The 1-1 pitch, that's high for a ball. It's 2-1. Miskey again, I'm not sure if she's just unable to find the strike zone or weather's affecting her. So it's overcast skies now. Maybe a touch of rain. See a fan with an umbrella, but just the one. Don't see any rain falling currently. We've had scattered showers throughout the day. The 2-1 swung on a missed. It's 2-2. Scattered showers throughout the day today. That's what we're expecting for the rest of today's contest as well. We're supposed to start at 1, and we ended up starting at 2:15. Just a little bit of delay. Tarp was on the field basically after the final out of yesterday's game all the way up to about 1:15 today. The 2-2 pitch to Hoy. Off speed, she fouls it up the first baseline. It's still 2-2. You could see her waiting back on that, waiting to see if it's going to be a strike or not, and she kind of half swung at it just to get a swing off. Basically, she wasn't sure if that was a strike or not. Hoy matched her career high with 3 hits against Emory. That was in two games ago for the Maroons. The 2-2 pitch high for a ball. It's 3-2. Miskey wanted to get her to chase a rise ball, and she couldn't. In that Emory series, Hoy went 6 for 9 with RBI and a double. And that was a series that the Maroons took 2 of 3 from the Eagles. A big series for the UAA standings. It's the full count offering. That's high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Audrey Hoy here in the second inning. Hoy just 3 for 3 stealing this season, so maybe not too much of a threat to run, but we'll see what Chicago does here as Matilda Nelson will step up to the plate for the Maroons. Chicago, one of the top base stealing teams in Division III. They've stolen 64 times on 76 attempts, compared to their opponents who are just 29 for 40 this season. Hoy on first. She's not going. Nelson shows bunt, gets it down. Barry throws it over to Gross, and the sacrifice is successful. So Nelson gets the bunt down. Moves Hoy over with 1 out here for Nelson. That was her first sacrifice hit of the season. So good for her. Everyone up and down the lineup getting sacrifices for the Maroons. Maya Martinez to the plate for Chicago, hitting just .274 on the year. This is her 25th start in 29 games. 20 hits, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, and 13 runs driven in. She had that big home run in that first game of the Emory series. That pitch high for a ball. It's 1-0. The Maroons and Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, in that first game against Emory on April 11th, tied at 3 heading into the bottom of the 7th, and Martinez hit a solo shot to walk off the Eagles. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Martinez, evens the count at 1. Emory now, we'll take a look at the UAA standings. WashU leads with a 10-1 record in conference play. They're off today. They'll finish up their 3-game series with Brandeis tomorrow. Case Western Reserve in second at 7-3 is the 1-1 pitch fouled back. 1-2 now. 2.5 games behind WashU, 2 back in the loss column. Emory now at 8-4. They're off this weekend fully from conference play. They just have 6 games left. 2.5 back, 3 back in the loss column. Carnegie Mellon 6-5. They have 1 left against NYU. They'll play that today. They won earlier today against the Violets. Chicago at 3-7. Is that pitch high? Way high. Good stop by Lamb. Make it 2-2. Chicago 3-7. Brandeis 3-8. And NYU down at the bottom of the standings at 1-10. So Case Western Reserve, they're looking to defend their University Athletic Association championship. The Spartans have won 3 in a row, looking for number 4. As the 2-2 pitch from Miskey. And that's low in the dirt. Lamb with the stop. 1 to count full at 3-2. I want to say for Lexi Miskey now, she had a 2-2 count and a 3-1 count in the first inning. Now already a 3-2 count, another 3-2 count. Saved by the first pitch sacrifice. Deep counts for Chicago. The payoff pitch fouled back. Probably would have been ball 4. Still 3-2. Lexi yesterday did throw 94 pitches. We'll see how they'll use her today. Already at 26 in the top of the second inning. No, 1 out here. Runner on second. That's Audrey Hoy. Martinez at the plate. Miskey looking for out number 2. The payoff again, and that's way outside. Lost the grip on it. Throw down to second. Not in time. Lamb tried to get Hoy leaning. A quick throw back to second, but the tag from Kai Gross just not in time. So Martinez on with the walk, the second of the inning. Now it's runners at first and second with 1 out. Anna Jensen to the plate. Jensen for Chicago, who yesterday 0 for 1 with a walk. Junior playing second base today from Irvine, California, Woodbridge High School graduate. Talking about the UA standings, Spartans need to win out basically the rest of their games. They have this series against Chicago, next weekend at Brandeis, and then 2 weekends from that hosting Carnegie Mellon. The first pitch to Jensen does not show bunt. There is a strike. It's 0-1. And they also need, in addition to those to winning out, they need Wash U to drop 2 more games. Actually 3, because Wash U would hold the tiebreaker. So a tough road ahead for the Spartans looking to defend that championship. That pitch high for a ball. It's 1-1. I was looking over at the UAA scoreboard right now. So in softball, Carnegie Mellon, I mentioned, won that first game. No final score given there, but they trail right now 1-0 against New York. They're in the first in game number 2, game number 3 of that series. The 1-1 pitch, driven to right field. Miller is under it, has a beat on it, goes to the track and makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is Hoy, and she'll get there. So productive out from Jensen, as Martinez will stay at second. Hoy will move to third. 2 down here in the second inning. It'll be Mia Bosie into the plate. Yeah. Mia Bosian to the plate for the Maroons, hitting just 132 for Chicago. They have her in the lineup for her defense behind the plate. And last season she had a pretty good year for Chicago as well. The first pitch to her, there's a strike. It's 0-1. Bosian this season started every contest hitting, like I said, just 132, 9 hits. All of them singles, driven in just 6 runs. But she's walked 12 times, been hit by 4 pitches. So on base, close to 300. Bosian, a sophomore. As that pitch swung on and missed, it's 0-2. She's from Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Went to Lawrenceville School out there. Yesterday, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. She was pinch hit for as well. Last year, though, for Chicago, appeared in 31 games, hit .361. So that's why she's in the lineup. Just a sophomore slump for her throughout the year. The 0-2 pitch, and that's called strike 3. So Lexi Miskey works around 2 walks. The Maroons leave 2 on, including a runner in third, as we head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here from Mather Park. we wait for Bosian to get her gear on and head behind the plate for Chicago to be Bella Russo to lead off the second inning for the Spartans. Bella, one of those four seniors, honored today as well from Amherst, New York. Bella has appeared in all but 3 games for the Spartans in her career, 157 starts, one of the team's top hitters throughout her career, scored at least 100 runs and 100 RBIs, one of just 4 players in program history to accomplish that feat, joining teammate Kai Gross in that category. Yesterday, Russo 0 for 2. A lot of 0 fors yesterday. This year, 359 average. Sorry, 367 average for the Spartans. 33 hits in 90 at-bats in 20 games, all starts. 15 runs scored, 7 doubles, 3 home runs. First pitch swinging there, and she gets base hit through the right-hand side. So Russo with a leadoff single, and the Spartans are in business again here in the second inning. A leadoff double in the first, a leadoff single in the second. We'll see what Ashley Miller does at the plate. Miller just in her first year with Case Western Reserve. Starting in right field in today's game. Miller, the first year from Aurora, Colorado. Grandview High School graduate, accounting major for the Spartans. Appeared in 24 games as our 11th start, hitting .346 on the year. 9 hits in 26 at bat. She shows bunt, gets it foul, and it hit her. The ball hit her. So, yeah. She'll be on with a hit by pitch. The first of her career. I'm surprised they're not going to check. See if they check with the first base umpire if she wasn't swinging on that. All it says in the umpire rule book, at least in the major league level, is did she offer at it and missed? And they ruled she didn't, so a quick check there with the home plate umpire. That was Maroons coach Ruth Kamak who went to check with our home plate umpire today. Mike Haley behind the plate in game number 1. So Lacey Lara to the plate. She shows bunt and offered at it, and that'll be a strike. It's 0-1. So Lacey Lara at the plate for the Spartans, also a first year from Bakersfield, California, Stockdale High graduate, EE major, electrical engineering here at Case Western Reserve. Trying to get the bunt down, move runners into scoring position. Does not show bunt, takes a ball, it's 1-1. So it's Bella Russo on second. She had a leadoff single here in the second inning, and then Ashley Miller was hit by a pitch. 2 runners on with no one away here in the bottom of the second inning. The Spartans looking to break a scoreless tie. Lara shows bunt, offers at it, goes foul. It's now 1-2. Paige Hefke in the circle. You saw her shake her hand there. We'll see what's up with that. What's up with that throughout the day today? Hefke, the ace of this Chicago staff. Got Lacey Lara now down 1-2. Lara, this is her 25th appearance, 20th start, hitting .267 this year. She's showing bunt. I don't think she'll be bunting with 2 strikes. She's not, and swings away, and that pitch through the left side for a base hit. All the runners will hold. So Lacey Lara loads the bases with a single, and that'll be the second hit of the inning for the Spartans. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's the sophomore Nyla Durham at the plate as Chicago will get a meeting in the circle. It'll be the whole infield meeting in the circle with their assistant coach, trying to see how they play this here. Nyla, not one afraid to drop down a bunt, especially with a runner in scoring position. Russo on third. Not the fastest runner, but does have 3 steals this year. She gets going down the third baseline. We'll see what she does. Coming into the day today, Nyla just a .222 hitter. 29th start in 29 games. 14 hits, 3 doubles, 5 runs driven in. Sophomore from Akron, Ohio. Archbishop Hoban graduate. Big spot here for the sophomore from Akron. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, a scoreless tie. Big spot for Durham, big spot for the Spartans, big spot for Paige Hefke in the circle. We'll see how she works her. First pitch. First pitch swinging fouled back. It's 0-1. That pitch, a fastball in on the hands. She was not showing bunt. Durham checked in there with Josie Henry. She didn't give her too many signs, so I'm thinking she's swinging away the rest of this at-bat. 0-1 now, the count on Durham. Pitch was high for a ball. It's 1-1. Looked like she took a little bit off there, Hefke did. Even the count at 1. Nobody out. Bases are loaded. Russo on third. Miller on second. And that pitch driven foul up the first base line. It's 1-2. Russo on third. Miller on second. Lara on first. Russo and Lara with singles. Miller was hit by a pitch. Nobody out here in the second inning. The 1-2 pitch to Nyla Durham, the number 8 hitter in this Spartan lineup. Hefke gets the sign. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Durham's down swinging for the first out of the inning. Hefke works out of at least one danger here as we'll get a pinch hitter. Kate Coonan was scheduled to hit. She will be lifted for a pinch hitter. It'll be Kaylin Zuzai to the plate. Bases are still loaded for the Spartans. Kaylin Zuzai to hit here for Kate Coonan. Zuzai, also a sophomore, comes in today hitting .220 on the season. Give her a line once we... So it'll be Zuzai hitting for the Spartans.
Number 29, Kaylin Zuzai.
Zuzai, this is her 25th appearance. She's made 15 starts. 9 hits this year. 2 doubles. 8 runs driven in. 3 key runners on base for her. Bases are loaded to Spartans. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to her. Over for a strike on the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Mentioned Zuzai, a sophomore as well. From the Woodlands, Texas. Went to the Woodlands High School. Neuroscience major. The 0-1. And that's maybe a touch high. It's 1-1. Last year for the Spartans, her first collegiate hit was a home run. That was against DePaul back on March 3rd, 2024. The 1-1. Also high for a ball. It's 2-1. Hefke looking at the work in the upper part of the plate as head coach Josie Henry will take a minute here. Talk to the home plate umpire, I guess. She's going to get a pinch runner. All right, so a pinch runner here. It'll be for Lacey Lara. Looks like it's Tara Fritcher coming in, I believe. No? Oh, it's 19. So that's Elena Steffes. So Steffes to run for the Spartans at first. She's running for Lara. A weird spot to do it with a 2-1 count, but not sure if head coach Josie Henry saw something that when someone wasn't getting the signs, but oh well. Zuzai at the plate, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, or sorry, swing and fouled back. It's 2-2. Evens the count. Hefke got the strikeout with the bases loaded and nobody out. We'll see what she does here against the pinch hitter Zuzai. Zuzai did it. She does have a 2-hit game this year. She also walked it twice in a game. Looking just to get a ball, just get the bat on the ball. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled it back. Count remains 2-2. On the sophomore batter. Hefke looking for her second strikeout of the inning. Zuzai looking to drive in the first run of the contest. Counts even at 2, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Paige Hefke. You can see why she's one of the top hurlers in the University Athletic Association. But it's the top of the order for the Spartans. Karen Potts to bat. Potts, who doubled in her first at-bat off the top of the wall, almost a home run. She'll bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Potts, 20 runs driven in this year, 3rd on the team, behind Russo and Gross with 22 and 27 respectively. Potts batting 2 down here and the bases loaded. First pitch in the dirt, stopped by Bosian. Prevents a runner from scoring. So Russo's on third, Miller's on second, Steffes on first. 2 down here for the Spartans. Paige Hefke's done a great job working out of trouble as Case Western Reserve loaded the bases with nobody out on 2 hits and a hit batter. The 1-0, driven into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. 1 run will score. The second run waved home, and it's not in time. So a 2 RBI single for Karen Potts. She'll move to second on the throw as she delivers for the Spartans. So a 2 RBI base hit for KP, and she'll drive in the first 2 runs of today's game. That was just a looping line drive. Hard for the left fielder to get to. That's Audrey Hoy. She threw it in to the catcher, but unable to get either runner. So a 2 RBI base hit for Potts, who moved to second on the throw. Steffes moved to third, as it'll bring up Biz Berry to the plate. Berry, who tried to bunt and popped out in her first at bat. So Spartans with 2 across now in the second inning, as Berry at the plate with still 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch from Hefke. That's over for a strike. It's 0-1. Good piece of hitting there by... Yeah, no error there on that play. Watching it back again by Potts. She's 2 for 2 today. And that pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-2. Severus looked at the first 2 pitches. Hefke looking to limit the damage now after giving up the 2-out knock to Potts. Berry the junior. Drives that one through the left center field gap, and that'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. The second runner will be held. Berry rounds first, looking to score, move to second, but she will not. So back-to-back RBI singles for the Spartans, as they have driven in 3 runs here in the second inning.
Now batting, number 17, Kai.
And that'll bring up Kai Gross. Gross 0 for 1 today. She grounded out in her first at bat. We'll see what's on here with runners at first and third and just 1 out. Biz Berry, 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts. I doubt Kai Gross will be bunting, so it'll probably just be a runner running from first. She leaves. Gross shows bunt. No throw down. Pitches a strike. It's 0-1, and we'll give Biz Berry her 6th stolen base of the year. So Gross took that pitch. 0-1 the count. Now 2 runners in scoring position for her. Kai, the program record holder in runs driven in her career. She has 27 this year, leads the team. That pitch off speed high for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Across her career, Kai Gross 158 runs batted in. 20 more than any other Spartan as she swings that pitch down and in. It's 1-2. 158 runs driven in. And now 178 games, 177 starts. Second is Gina Roberts, who has 136. 2 down here, bottom of the second. Spartans already 3 runs across in the inning. And fouls that one back. That pitch in on her hands. Not really sure how she even got any part of the bat on that. Stays alive nonetheless. 1-2 the count on Gross. So Case Western Reserve loaded the bases with nobody out on 2 singles and a hit batter. Paige Hefke responded with back-to-back strikeouts, including of a pinch hitter. But Karen Potts delivered a 2-run single, and then Biz Berry followed with a run-scoring single as well. So 3 runs across in the frame for Case Western Reserve. They lead 3-0. Berry now stands on second, Potts on third. Kai Gross at the plate, facing a 1-2 count against Paige Hefke. The 1-2 offering. Just outside. Bosian wanted that pitch, so did Hefke to get out of the inning, but unable to get the call from Hawley behind the plate, the home plate umpire Mike Hawley in game number 1. So Hefke returned to the circle, picked up the rosin bag. Now she looks in for the sign. The 2-2. That's in the dirt. Gets away from Bosian, and that'll score a run. So a wild pitch will score Potts. Berry will move to third on the play. 4-0 Case Western Reserve. So that pitch hit in front of Bosian, hit in front of the plate really, and got away from the sophomore catcher. So a run comes across. It's 4-0 Spartans. Barry's still standing on third. She moved up to third. Kai at the plate, full count pitch. The payoff. Drives that one to left center field. That'll be over the head of the left fielder, and that'll score a run. 5-0 Spartans. Gross on her way to second with a double. So an RBI double from Kai Gross makes the score 5-0 Case Western Reserve here in inning number 2. Caitlin Lamb now takes off her catcher's gear, and she'll step up to the plate. 9th batter to bat here for the Spartans in this inning, as CWRU has, depending on your definition of the word, batted around in this frame. Last 3 Spartans have got on with hits after the first 3 reached 2 with hits. It'll be the senior Caitlin Lamb at the plate. Lamb, who yesterday is that pitch in the dirt, and that'll get away from the catcher, and that's another wild pitch. Gross not really attempting to steal on that. She read it well, though, and moved over to the third. So 2 wild pitches in the inning now for Paige Hefke. Lamb yesterday was the Intersections Poster Undergraduate Research Symposium here at Case Western Reserve. 800 undergraduate students presented as the 1-0 pitch. Over but low for a ball. It's 2-0, including 3 Spartans on the softball team: Caitlin Lamb, Kylie Hosey, and Lexi Miskey. Lamb, one of 3 CWRU student athletes. The 2-0 pitch fouled back. It's 2-1. Part of a project. It was Caitlin Lamb, Maria Tepker, and Sydney of the volleyball team, and Sydney Schenk of the women's soccer team, who made an espresso machine from scratch. They spent this semester working on an espresso machine, made it from scratch using bike parts and all sorts of things, 3D printed parts. The 2-1, low for a ball. It's 3-1. Now, they had not tested that espresso machine yet, they told me yesterday. They had not tested it. It uses 6 atmospheres of pressure, so a lot of barometric pressure in that espresso machine to make the espresso for their coffee. They said they need to test it behind a blast shield. The 3-1 to Lamb. Fouls that one off the first baseline. Is 3-2. There's some action in the Chicago bullpen now, as that is number 20, Nicole Wong, warming up for the Maroons. Case Western Reserve's already scored 5 here in the second inning. 5 runs already in this frame against Paige Hefke, after yesterday scoring just 1 on a solo shot. And there's called strike 3. So Lamb goes down looking. Hefke does strike out the side, but the Spartans score 5. They lead 5-0. We head to the third inning. So after those batting changes in the bottom of the second, it'll be some outfield changes for the Spartans in the top of the third. Alina Steffes remains in the game. She'll play in right. Ashley Miller will move from right to left. Kate Coonan no longer in this game. She can re-enter, though, in the number 9 spot. But Kaylin Zuzai right now remains in the game as a designated player. It'll be Layla Sims for Chicago here, leading off the third inning, the number 9 hitter in the Maroons lineup after Chicago threatened in their half of the second but did not score. It's 5-0 Case Western Reserve as the first pitch to Sims is high for a ball. It's 1-0. Spartans lead 5-0 after that 5-run second inning when the 9 batters came to the plate. It's Lexi Miskey in the circle for the Spartans. 2 walks and a strikeout for her in 2 innings. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Sims comes into the hitting .228. This is her 29th start in all 29 games for Chicago. 18 hits and 79 at-bats. She does have a team high 2 triples, 4 home runs as well, second on the team, and 12 runs driven in. 15 steals and 17 attempts as well from the number 9 spot. Layla takes the 1-1. Low for a ball, it's 2-1. Layla Sims, the senior, from Sewanee, Georgia, North Gwinnett High School in the Atlanta area. Coming into this year, she was 9th in program history in steals as that pitch high and outside for a ball, it's 3-1. She had 25 steals in 2023. Last year, 21. This year already 15 this year. So that's 53 in her career. 3-1, fouled back over the screen, it's 3-2. So last year appeared in 30 games, made 21 starts, stole 21 bases. Year before that appeared in all 37 games, had 6 home runs, 339 average. Year before that was an NFCA All-America Scholar athlete, hit 217 in 28 games. She's a business econ major. The payoff to Sims, that's low ball 4. So Sims on with a walk, the third of the day for Miskey. I cannot count. And Sims, as we mentioned, a threat to steal, so we'll see how the Spartans play it. It's both a slapper in Sedona Ding at the plate. We'll see what she's doing, if she's bunting, if she's slapping, if she's taking, what's going on here. Yesterday, Lamb threw out 2 base runners. She did allow a stolen base. She threw out Sims and Sedona Ding, trying to steal. It was just the second time Sims had been caught stealing this year. So we'll see the cat and mouse game begins. First pitch, shows bunt, gets it down. Bellarusso charging, Fields gloves it, throws over to Kai Gross, and she'll get the out. So a sacrifice there by Ding. Goes 3-4 in the book. Second of the day for Chicago. Sims moves to second on that. Looked like Russo hesitated a bit. Ball jostled around in her glove, but able to get out the fleet-footed Ding to get the first out of the inning. So Maddie Murphy to the plate. Murphy pops out in her first at-bat. Runner on second, 1 out here for Chicago. They trail 5-0. First pitch to Murphy, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Murphy, the junior from Walnut Creek, California. Los Lomas High School. Last year appeared in all 35 games. Year before that appeared in 32 with 28 starts. She started all 35 last year. Pitch is high for a ball. It's 2-0. Miskey struggling with her command today. 3 walks. I don't know why I think she's had 4. She's just had 3. 42 pitches, just 21 strikes. We saw the similar yesterday. She had 90 pitches in just 5 innings. The 2-0 home to Murphy. And that's high for a ball. It's 3-0. Murphy, a bio major at Chicago. She's a member of the Women's Athletic Association. The 3-0. And that's inside ball 4. So the second walk of the inning puts runners on first and second for Chicago. And it'll bring up the number 3 hitter in this lineup, Natalie Anton. As Caitlin Lamb will go to talk to her pitcher. Meanwhile, so a 4-pitch walk to Murphy. Sims remains on second after a walk and a sacrifice bunt. 1 down here for Chicago. It'll be Anton to the plate. Anton, the sophomore from Los Angeles, California, went to the esteemed Harvard Westlake High School out there in the greater Los Angeles area. Bats left, throws left, hitting from the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Started all 35 games last year. This year the same. Oh no, just kidding. This year missed a couple games. This is her 26th start. She does lead the team with a 361, now 357 batting average. A history and creative writing major at Chicago. She's a staff writer at the Bite blog. First pitch to Anton. Outside for ball, and that's 6 consecutive balls now thrown by Miski as she's struggling to find the zone here against the Maroons. Take a quick peek to see if anyone is warming up in the Spartan pen. No, no one is. So this is her inning, at least for now. The 1-0 pitch. High and tight for a ball. It's 2-0. Miski not really close with these pitches either. It's not like she's trying to get calls from the home plate umpire. These are missing wide and high and down and up. And outside both ways. So 2-0 on Anton. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Case Western Reserve leads 5-0 here in the top of the third. That's over, fouled up the left field line. Going to be a tough play, and it'll drop foul. So first strike in the last few pitches for Lexi Miski. It's now 2-1, the count. Update from across the street. Case Western Reserve University baseball team just underway. Their first pitch in their single game against New York University pushed back to 3 o'clock. So they're underway, scoreless from Nobby's ballpark. It's 5-0 here. Spartans lead the 2-1 at the letters, but high. Throw down to first, and they're going to have her caught in a rundown. Throw to third. Back to Potts, and she's safe, and no one's covering first. So pitch was a ball. It's 3-1. Good play there by Lamb, and Murphy was confused, if anything, standing between the bases. She started for second. Russo threw it over to third to try to get the lead runner. Bisberry pushed her back, and the throw just not in time to get Sims diving back in a second. So good play there, not completely finished by the Spartan defense. It's now 3-1. Still 1 out. And there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Runs the count full, 3-2. So 3-2 now on Anton, looking to drive in a run. Get Chicago on the board here in the third. Slaps it to Barry, and it goes. That eats her up. Run will throw home, and that run will score. So that's a run-scoring single for Natalie Anton. That's a base hit. RBI single through the left side. Hit. So Anton with an RBI single there. Moved to second on the throw. Sims scored. Murphy moved to third. Runners on second and third now with just 1 out for Chicago. Really no play there. I thought that was an aggressive send, but Sims with lots of speed on the bases and scored easily. Now it's Audrey Hoy at the plate. Looks at a pitch. It's a ball. Hoy, who walked in her first plate appearance. So Chicago's on the board. It's 5-1. Case Western Reserve now in the top of the third inning. Bisberry normally good at third, but that ball, take a look at it and see. It's the 1-0 pitch. High for a ball. It's 2-0. Just to her left. I don't know if it hit a weird spot or something, but the throw in from Miller, not in time to get Sims, and everyone moved up. So 5-1 is now the score. 1 down, 2-0 count on Hoy. Infield is in, and she swings and misses at a pitch. It's 2-1. Infield is in, looking to cut off that run at the plate with just 1 out. The Maroons now with 1 run on 1 hit. Here in the third. 2-1 pitch to Hoy. Fouls it. Out of play. It's 2-2 now. Strikeout would be big here from Miski. Second out of the inning. She's just had 1 so far today. That was of Mia Bosian. Looking, if I'm not mistaken. Already up to 55 pitches here in the third. Hoy looking to drive in a pair. The 2-2. Driven to center field. Durham has a beat on it. She makes the catch. Runner sends, and she'll score. So a sacrifice fly from Audrey Hoy will score the second run of the game. That's Maddie Murphy. Canton did not tag up on that. It's now 5-2 Case Western Reserve. Tilda Nelson plays third. She had a sacrifice bunt in her first plate appearance. So 0 for 0 officially today. So Chicago has gotten 2 back here in the third. Pair of walks really hurt Lexi Miskey. That hit her foot. So Nelson on with a hit by pitch. Puts runners on first and second with 2 down here in the third. Lexi Miskey not out of trouble yet. It'll be Maya Martinez to the plate. Martinez who walked in her first plate appearance. Now the tying run at the plate in the third. 5-2 is our score. Swing and a miss. This inning so far has seen 2 walks, a hit batter, a sacrifice fly, and a base hit, and a sacrifice bunt. So the Maroons have scored twice. That pitch high for a ball. It's 1-1. Miskey really just needs to throw the ball over the plate. You saw, I guess, what happened. There was a base hit. It was through the left side, but he needs to trust her defense here just to get the final out. And I'm not sure if she's just nibbling or just can't find the grip on the pitch. Is that swing and a miss, strike 2. So Miskey now 1 strike away from working out of this. The Maroons, though, 2 runs across in the frame. Trying to get at least 1 more as they work to close that gap. It's 3 runs here in inning number 3. 1-2 home from Miskey to Martinez. High off speed for a ball. It's 2-2. Took something off there. So 2 outs, 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. Deuces are wild here at Mather Park in the 3rd inning. Pitch popped into center field, but Durham will get it. And now retire to the side. But Chicago scores twice here in the 3rd. They trail 5-2 as Case Western Reserve comes to bat. So some changes for the Maroons as we begin the bottom of the 3rd inning. 40 is at first.
Now playing first base with Maroons, number 40, Kate Bannister.
So it'll be Kate Bannister
Bottom of the third inning.
Moving to first base for Mia Bosian. She's hitting for Mia Bosian in the lineup spot. And catching is the previous first base player, Natalie Anton. So Anton now behind the plate for the Maroons. As that pitch to Bella Russo, a ball, it's 1-0. Russo, who led off the previous inning with a base hit. And there's a new pitcher as well for Chicago. It's Nicole Wong. So 3 changes defensively for Chicago here in the third. Russo fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Tell you a little bit about Nicole Wong in the circle. The junior from La Cañada, California. Went to La Cañada High School. Is swinging a miss by Russo. It's now 1-2. This season in the circle, 0-2 officially. This is her 12th appearance. She started 3 contests. 6.46 earned run average in just 26 innings. She has 12 strikeouts. She's given up 24 earned runs on 41 hits and 12 walks. That pitch, good take by Russo, evens the count at 2-2. Batting average against of 336. She's also thrown 4 wild pitches and hit 3 batters. Biology major at Chicago is Wong. The 2-2 to Russo. Low for a ball. He runs the count full, 3-2. Last year appeared in 12 games with 4 starts, went 3-1 with a 2.70 ERA in 33 2/3 innings. Also had 2 saves. And in her first year made 8 appearances with 2 starts in 12 1/3 inning. Payoff pitch, grounded up. Great stop by Jensen. Wow, what a play there by Jensen to get it over to Anton. So a good defensive play there. Prevents another hit from Bella Russo. Bring up Ashley Miller to plate. Miller, who was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance today. So great play there by Anna Jensen. First out of the inning. Pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. Miller hitting 346 this year. Gets on at a 380 clip. The 1-0. And there's a strike. It's 1-1. Case Western Reserve scored 5 runs in the second inning off starter Paige Hefke, who, at least for now, her final line is in 2 innings, 5 runs all earned on 6 hits with 3 strikeouts. The 1-1. Miller grounds out to the shortstop, picked up by Murphy, and throw over to Anton. I'm sorry, not Anton. To the player who came in, Bannister, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting, number 19, Elena.
So it'll be Elena Steffes to the plate for the Spartans. Steffes, who came in to run for Lacey Lehrer and scored in the second inning. It's her first at-bat today. First pitch from Wong outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Steffes, a sophomore from Findlay, Ohio. Went to Findlay High School there. This is her 27th appearance in 29 games. Takes that for a ball. It's 2-0. This season, hitting .211 with a .268 on base and .447 slug. 8 hits and 38 at-bats. 3 home runs, though. Bats now with 2 outs and no one on. As there's a strike, it's 2-1. Elena turned back, but pitch was on the inside corner for a strike. Nicole Wong now in the circle. First inning of work. Retired the first 2 batters that she faced. That pitch way outside. It's 3-1 now. Steffes this year has walked just twice. Been hit by a pitch. Waiting on deck is Nyla Durham. 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the third. 5-2 is our score. Durham swings and hits that one to third. Nelson will throw it over to Bannister, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chicago. We head to inning number 4. 5-3 is our score. rain started to fall in the bottom of the third inning here at Mather Park and continues to pick up here for this first of scheduled 2 games between the Spartans and the Maroons. You can see some of the Spartan fielders have already donned windbreakers and jackets. That's Biz at third and Nyler in center. It was 65 to start the day, and the temperatures has been dropping with the rain. It'll be Dev Misra in to pitch for Case Western Reserve. The first player that she'll face is Anna Jensen, and how often do you see someone make a good play defensively in the previous half inning before doing something well offensively in the next half? Pretty often, I'd say. But Dev Misra in the circle for the Spartans after Lexi Miskey threw 3 innings. Misra, this is her first appearance in this series. The junior from Aldie, Virginia, went to John Champ High School there in Virginia this season. Her 8th appearance, all in relief. First pitch to Jensen is a strike. It's 0-1. Jensen 0 for 1 today. Misra this year, no record. As I mentioned, this is her 8th appearance. She's part of 1 shutout, 3.32 ERA, in 6 1/3 innings. She's given up 3 earned runs. That pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-2. Comes out of the bullpen throwing strikes. Exactly what you want to see from your relievers. Speaking of relievers, looking over at the Chicago bullpen, they have someone warming up as well. It's Alana Kimball for Chicago. Misra, 0-2 pitch to Jensen. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2. In 6 1/3 innings, Misra's given up 10 hits, 5 walks, no strikeouts, 323 batting average against. Normally the first arm out of that bullpen for the Spartans. Here in a 5-2 game for Case Western Reserve in the top of the 4th. Driven into right center field, now get down for a base hit. So Jensen on, at least with a single, but Durham able to corral it and throw it in. So just a long single there for Anna Jensen to lead off the 4th.
Now batting, number 40, Kate Bannister.
Kate Bannister to the plate, potentially for Chicago. Looks like we'll get a pinch runner, would be my guess. Yes, a pinch runner there for Jensen. Who is that? It'll be number 3 running for the Maroons. Brianna Leach.
Lay down your attention, please. Now running at first base for Chicago, number 3, Brianna Leach.
So Leach to run at first. We saw her in the same capacity in the first game as a pinch runner for the Maroons. This is, for Leach, her 18th appearance. Officially 5 at bats, but she scored 7 times. 1 for 2 stealing bases. It's Kate Bannister to the plate in her first at-bat of this game. She came on as a defensive replacement in the last half inning. First pitch from Misra, low for a ball. It's 1-0. Bannister this season, this is her 18th appearance. She's hitting .267. She has 8 hits and 30 at-bats. She scored twice, has driven in 8 runs. All 8 of her hits are singles. She's walked once. Fouls that one back, right on it. It's 1-1. Maroons trail, it's 5-2. They scored 2 in the 3rd inning in response to a 5-run Spartan second. We're here in the top of the 4th inning of game number 1 here of a doubleheader, game number 2 in this 3-game series. As Bannister goes to talk to her head coach, Ruth Kamak. I don't know if she missed a sign or just trying to get the right signs in. Bannister, a sophomore from Dallas, Texas, went to Richardson High School. Currently playing first base, but we've seen her listed behind the plate and at 3rd. Back in the box here, the 1-1 pitch from Misra. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. Nobody out, top of the 4th inning here from Mather Park. That pitch popped up, Russo on it, but Leach back just before Russo caught it. So Bella, who caught it as she stepped on first, not able to retire and get the double play, but just the 1 out. And it'll bring Layla Sims to the plate.
Number 21, Layla Sims.
Layla, who in her first at-bat walked, so no official at bat today. Walked and scored the previous inning, and that's over for a strike. It's 0-1. So Misra came in here in this 4th inning. Throw 9 pitches, 8 for strikes. She's got an 0-1 count on Sims. Leach on first after a single, yes. And there's a strike. It's 0-2. So Miski, who can re-enter into this game, started and went 3 innings. Gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, 4 walks, and a strikeout. She faced 15 batters. Threw 62 pitches in just 3 innings. Sims will ground out to third. Barry over to second for 1. Gross on to first, not in time. So a fielder's choice ground out for Sims. That'll go 5-4.
Now batting number 1, Sedona Ding.
Leach, out on the play. Top of the lineup for Chicago. It's Sedona Ding, the slap hitting outfielder. So Sims on first, a threat to steal. With 2 outs here in the 4th. Ding at the plate, the slap hitting batter. 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice bunt already. See if the steal is on. First pitch from Misra. It is not. Over for a strike. It's 0-1. So Ding at the plate, looking to keep this inning alive for Chicago. They trail by 3. Runner on first, 2 down in the 4th. Half pitch way outside. Sims not going. It's a 1-1. Sims 15 for 17, stealing bases this season. We mentioned how high she was up on the program record at University of Chicago. That pitch shows bunt, pulls back. It's 2-1. Pitch was low. So Sims came into the year with 38 steals. She now has 53 for her career. That's 3rd most in program history, behind Devin Parkinson and Aaron Sloan. The 2-1. Not going again. Low and outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Parkinson in her career had 67 steals and Sloan had 60. Parkinson played from 2013 to 16 and Sloan from 98 to 2001. 3-1 though, probably not looking to go here. There's a strike, runs the count full, 3-2. Maddie Murphy on deck for the Maroons if this inning continues. She will be going here. Sims will be going on the pitch. Full count, 2 outs. Don't have to worry about her not going on this. With her speed, a base hit might score. Full count offering. Grounded to third. Barry grabs it above her head. Quick throw over to first. Another retire to the side. So a leadoff single does no damage. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 5-2 Case Western Reserve. So Nicole Wong will start her 2nd inning of work for the University of Chicago Maroons. They trail 5-0 as we head into the bottom of the 2nd. Bottom of the 4th. I don't know where my brain was at there. It'll be Nyla Durham leading it off for the Spartans. Durham struck out in her first at bat. That was against Paige Hefke, who started this game and went 2 innings for Chicago. First pitch inside for ball. It's 1-0. Spartans lead 5-2. They scored 5 runs in the second, but have yet to add on to their lead. Rain continuing to fall here at Mather Park. That pitch low for a ball. It's 2-0. Durham, the sophomore, center fielder, started every game for Case Western Reserve. Shifted from right to center after her first year. 2-0. There's a strike. It's 2-1. I think she was taken all the way there. Alana Kimball still warming for Chicago in the pen, so we'll see how long Nicole Wong goes in the circle. That pitch over on the outside corner, it's 2-2. Wong, her longest outing of the season is 5 and 2/3 innings actually, and it was her most recent appearance. That was against Emory. She also started and went 5 innings to start the season. Durham will ground that one to short. It's going to be a tough play for Murphy. Throw on to first. Not in time. An infield single from Nyla Durham. Little slow rolling grounder. Durham with speed on the bases. Brings in a run, I'm sorry. Gets her on base. It'll be a new batter here for the Spartans. Kaylin Zuzai was scheduled to hit. It will not be Kaylin Zuzai. We'll see who it is. I cannot tell. For Bella Hunter to hit for Kaylin Zuzai. Hunter, the first-year player. Yes, that is number 4. Hunter is making her 9th appearance. She has yet to start a game. 2 for 5 with 2 doubles and a run scored and a run driven in. She's also had a sacrifice hit and stolen a base. I imagine she's going to be sacrificing here. Hunter, the first-year player from Mano, Ohio, Crestwood High School. Not too far here from Case Western Reserve. First pitch to her. She does not show bunt. Runner's going. Throw down in time, but gets into center field. So a stolen base for Nyla Durham. Pitch was a ball. Durham with her stolen base. Team leading 14th this year. That's a tough play with a right-handed batter and a lefty catcher. That's Anton behind the plate now. You don't see very many left-handed catchers, and that's part of the reason. Oh, sorry. Pitch was a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2 on Hunter. Hunter looking to get her 3rd collegiate hit and drive in a run. Waits back on an off-speed pitch, and that'll be an out. Lined into left field, put away there by Hoy. So 1 down here for the top of the lineup. It's Karen Potts. Potts 2 for 2 today, 2 of the 7 Spartan hits. Single and a double. KP 2 for 2 today, 2 runs driven in. First pitch to her. This is her first at bat. She takes a strike. First at bat against Nicole Wong. So mostly Wong has thrown 2 innings. You look at her appearances this year. Started with a 5 inning against Piedmont, 1 2/3 against the Turnial. As Potts waits on that and drives it down the right field line. Durham will be waved home. The throw gets cut off and will not be in time. So RBI number 3 for Karen Potts on a single down the right field line as Durham will score, and that's 6-2 Case Western Reserve. So Biz Berry to the plate now. She has an RBI single. 1 for 2 today.
Now batting, number 6.
We'll see if Karen Potts is in motion. Last year, Potts one of the most prolific base stealers on the team, but this year just 3 for 6. First pitch to Barry. Low and outside, it's 1-0. Yeah, last year, Potts stole 26 bases on 30 attempts. This year, only 6 attempts, and she's been successful just 3 times. Pitch low for a ball. It's 2-0. She's not going. 1 down. Number 2 hitter in the lineup. As we got time here, the first base umpire will talk to Wong, asking her to move the rosin. The rosin was on the first base side in play. Now it's behind her. 2-0 the count on Barry. Our umpiring crew today is a pitch outside for a ball. Throw down to first. Potts, I'm sorry, back with a dive. It's 3-0. It's Mike Hawley behind the plate. That's Joe Callahan at first, and Michael Gianchiolo Jr. at third. Gianchiolo will be behind the plate in game number 2. 3-0. Barry swinging, fouls it back. It's 3-1. Okay, one of your best hitters, the green light on 3-0, I guess. Biz Barry hitting .333 this season. As of late, been one of the top hitters on the Spartan lineup. Her and Caitlin Lamb. Heading into yesterday, 3-1 pitch outside for a ball, and she'll draw the walk. Potts moves to second, and it'll be Kai Gross to the plate. Barry had a 10-game hitting streak heading into yesterday, with multi-hits in 6 of those 10 games. It'll be Kai Gross now to the plate. Speaking of prolific hitters, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. 2 runners on, 1 out here in inning number 4. 1 run across already for the Spartans in this frame. Set a ball. It's 1-0. 6-2 is our score. Gross grounds that one foul. It evens the count at 1. You've seen with Wong here, she goes with the hard stuff, and then when she gets ahead in the count, she'll throw off speed, but the Spartans will wait back on it and really hit it. Just get a jolt into it. Now, Gross, you've seen her hit the ball over that scoreboard if you've been watching Spartan softball throughout her career, so you know she can put a drive into a ball. That pitch down and away for a ball. It's 2-1. And the runners will take off, and a stolen base there for Karen Potts, as they got the pitcher and catcher Battery not paying attention. Potts, a delayed steal, able to get to third, and Barry will move up on the play. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Gross with just 1 out. They've been working that a bit, I think, throughout. 2-1 pitch outside. It'll be 3-1 now. Infield now drawn in. You see Jensen maybe 10 feet away from the pitching circle, if that. Bannister in front of the base at first. Nelson in front of the base at third. The 3-1 pitch to Gross. Pitch inside. She fouls it up the first baseline. Is the count full at 3-2. Yeah, that was, I'm looking back at that. Delayed steal now. And they just went on the throwback to the pitcher. And no one was paying attention, and that's a pair of steals. Oh. 3-2 to Kai. Lined up the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Potts will score. Barry will score. Gross into second with a stand-up double. Right up the left field line. So 2 runs will score, and that's RBIs number 2 and 3 for Kai Gross. It's now 8-2 Spartans as Caitlin Lamb will come to the plate, but then we'll get a meeting in the circle before she does. So hit number 9 for Case Western Reserve as they're finally getting to the reliever Nicole Wong, who retired the side in order in the third, but now facing the top of the Spartan lineup, has given up 3 hits and 3 runs. Meeting in the circle, there was someone warming, and that was number 19, Alana Kimball. We'll see. Not going with a pitching change just yet. Spartans lead by just 6. I say just 6 because in college softball, if you lead by 8 after 5, the game ends. So 2 more runs here and 3 more outs, and that'll be it for game number 1. But they gotta score those 2 runs first. It's Caitlin Lamb to the plate. Lamb 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. I was talking about how Ferry has had a good run of late. Lamb also a good run of late for the Spartans. The first pitch to her, outside, way outside for a ball. It's 1-0. She has a hit in her last 5 games. Yesterday went 2 for 2. Went 2 for 4 in the finale against NYU with 4 runs driven in. The 1-0 grounds out, gloved by the third baseman who goes to tag Kai but unable to and throws it over to first. So good play by Nelson there to get the out. And Kai will move to third on the play.
Number 11, Bella Russo.
So runner on third with 2 outs now for the Spartans. Bring up Bella Russo, 1 for 2 with a single. She singled and scored in the second, grounded out in the third. She's batting now in the bottom of the 4th. 8-2 is our score. Kai Gross is on third. First pitch swinging, mishandled by Jensen, but able to get the out at first anyway, as that'll be it for the inning. Case Western Reserve adds to their lead. They now have an 8-2 advantage as we head to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th here from Mather Park, as you've seen now all 3 Spartan outfielders don their jackets as the weather continues to get colder, I guess. Not worsen, it just gets colder. It's 59, feels like 51. First pitch to Maddie Murphy, fouled back. Second inning of work in the circle for Dev Misra, who gave up a hit, but worked around it in the 4th. Spartans added 3 to their total. It's now 8-2 as we play the top of the 5th inning here from Mather Park. Maddie Murphy 0 for 1 today. That pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-1. 0 for 1 with a walk. She walked and scored in the 3rd. It's Dev Misra in the circle. 1-1 is the count. That pitch over but low for a ball. It's 2-1. So 2-1 on Murphy. Shortstop hitting now 261 for Chicago. Number 2 hitter in this lineup. Be a tough go here for Dev in the 5th inning, as it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters as that pitch way high and outside for a ball. It's 3-1. 2, 3, and 4 hitters scheduled to bat for the Maroons. Maddie Murphy, Natalie Anton, and Audrey Hoy. Matilda Nelson, if anyone gets on. A 3-1. There's a strike. The inside part of the plate. Murphy moved back, but that pitch caught the corner. It's still 3-2. Yeah, temperature dropping here in Cleveland. We started the day close to 70, and now it's down in the mid-50s. Full count offering. Hit into the outfield. Durham and Miller converge, and Durham makes a nice running catch for out number 1. So 1 down here in the 5th for Natalie Anton. Anton 1 for 2 today with an RBI single and a flyout. She drove in the first run for the Maroons. Moved from first base to catcher defensively. Now hitting .365 this year. Pitch outside for ball. It's 1-0. Be interesting to see. Chicago mixes up their pitching staff in hitting the bottom half of this frame. Number 19, as that pitch grounded to second, Kai moves to her right, throws it sidearm to first, and that's out number 2. So last 5 have been retired by Dev Misra, as after giving up a leadoff single in the last inning, she's settled in against this Chicago team. Like I said, interesting to see who they bring in the next inning, if they leave Nicole Wong in or if Elena Kimball, who has been warming up the last 3 innings, enters for Chicago. Remember, we're trying to play 2 today. Light and weather dependent. First pitch to Hoy. It's a ball, 1-0. Hoy does not have an at-bat. She walked in her first plate appearance and drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in her second. So officially 0 for 0 in her third plate appearance. That pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Spartans, 6-run lead here in inning number 5. 2 down, bases empty for Audrey Hoy. The 2-0 offering is over for a strike. It's 2-1. We started this doubleheader at 2:15. We're going to play 2 to finish this series out. 3-game series in the UAA. For softball, you play 6 of them. 2-1 line, and Potts gets a glove on it but goes over a glove. And that'll be a base hit for Audrey Hoy.
Now batting number 17.
To bring up Matilda Nelson. So Hoy now 1 for 1, and that's hit number 3. Hit number 3 for Chicago. So Nelson to the plate. Also does not have an official at-bat. She was a sacrifice bunt and was hit by a pitch. Facing Jeff Mister for the first time is that pitch high and outside for ball. It's 1-0. Rain beginning to come down again now, getting harder for the weather. The 1-0, and that pitch slipped out of Dev Mister's hand, and that'll be a wild pitch as Hoy will move over to second. That's the thing to watch with the rain, is can the pitchers grip the ball? If they can't, well, then you can't keep playing. That's the thing. So Misra will give the ball to the home plate umpire and try to get it cleaned. I think they have some towels in the dugout to get those balls cleaned. She gets a towel. Taking a look at the radar. So she gets the towel, cleans the ball off. Count 2-0. Now Audrey Hoy is on second. 8-2 is our score as we play the top of the 5th. Way high and outside. It's 3-0. Rain falling here at Mather Park. Spartans and Maroons looking to play 1, if not 2 games today. As that pitch over for a strike, it's 3-1 to finish this series before Sunday. Take a look at the UAA scoreboard. New York leads Carnegie Mellon in softball 10-1 in the 4th as that pitch low for a ball, and the ball gets away from Lamb. So Audrey Hoy will move over to third on the wild pitch. So Nelson to first on the walk, Hoy to third on the wild pitch, and bring up Maya Martinez. Martinez
Now batting number 23.
0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. So it looks like New York will get their second conference win of the season. And in baseball, University of Chicago beat Emory 21-15. I'm sorry, that pitch over for a strike. 21-15 was the final in that baseball game for the 25th ranked Maroons over Emory. They scored 11 runs in the 6th inning and scored in all but 2 frames, 21 runs on 21 hits. As here at softball, that pitch grounded to Gross. She'll throw it over to Russo, and that'll retire the side. So despite a hit and a walk, Chicago held scoreless here in the 5th. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 8-2 Case Western Reserve. The rain is getting worse here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Chicago will bring on a new pitcher. It's Elena Kimball. Kimball for the Maroons coming in. This is her 13th appearance. She's also made 7 starts. She's 4-3 officially with a 5.03 ERA. The sophomore from Montvale, New Jersey. Welcome to Montvale indeed. She went to Passaic Hills High School. This season, I said, 5.03 ERA and 40 1/3 innings. She's given up 29 earned runs, 11 strikeouts, 23 walks, and a 325 batting average against. We'll see how long they let them play here in the bottom of the 5th. The rain is pouring down. I don't know if you can tell on the broadcast, but it's gotten a lot worse. I don't know if the field is going to be playable.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for your Spartans.
As it'll be Ashley Miller leading it off for Case Western Reserve. Miller 0 for 1 with a run scored. She was hit by a pitch and grounded out. We'll see how long the home plate umpire will let this game play. It's all up to him. No one else can really make that decision. The first pitch to Miller. It's over for a strike. It's 0-1. The good news is, if there is a silver lining, I don't see one right now in the clouds, but if there is a silver lining, the Spartans just need to score twice, and the game will be officially over. The other good news is, we've played 4.5 innings, so if they do halt this game and not resume it, it'll be a complete regulation contest. The 0-1 pitch to Miller, off speed and low for a ball. It's 1-1. Last year, Kimball in the circle appeared in 11 games, made 2 starts, went 1-1 with 2 saves. 26 innings, allowed 34 hits, and with 11 strikeouts. She's a bio major at Chicago. She had 500 career strikeouts in high school. What an impressive number there. The 1-1 offering to Miller, low for a ball. It's 2-1. We'll play on here. I'm curious if they're doing the same across the street at baseball. I would imagine so. Both the baseball and the softball teams need to play 2 more games this weekend. For softball, it would conclude a 3-game series. For baseball, 4-game set. Is that pitch at the letters for a strike? Evens the count at 2-2. Yeah, it looks like baseball is in a weather delay right now. And the home plate umpire will get a towel, it looks like, from Chicago head coach. That's Ruth K-Mac, toweling off those softballs. I'm sorry. Continue play here from Mather Park. The outfield is natural grass. The infield is artificial dirt. It's a polymer surface, as the catcher, Natalie Anton, will get a towel as well. And Lexi Miskey will run out a towel and rosin in the circle. Hey, look, there's a string on the thing. All right, so Kimball in the circle, her first inning of work, trying to get settled in here for Chicago. A little bit of a delay. Is the rain lessening a bit? More of a mist, more of a lighter rain here. You see, nope, just kidding, it's not. 2-2 on Miller. Will resume play on the first-year players. That pitch high for a ball, runs the count full, 3-2. So we're continuing play here from Mather Park. Mentioned it, artificial dirt. It's easy to get water off of the surface. The problem is it pools a little bit, and with the outfield as well. It's real dirt. The full count offering is low, ball 4 in the dirt. So Miller will draw a walk. She's on base for the 2nd time today. It'll be Lacey Laird at bat for the Spartans now, I believe. This is her spot in the lineup. She was substituted in. So it'll be Lara back hitting in the number 7 spot. So Elena Steffes' day is done. Lara 1 for 1 today with a base hit. She did not score. Steffes went 0 for 1 with a run scored. Miller on first. Does not go. Pitches outside for ball. It's 1-0. Miller this year, 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts. For Lara, she has 4 sacrifice hits, second on the team, so you can see her drop one down potentially. That pitch way in the dirt. Miller with a beat on it, and she'll advance. So a wild pitch will get Miller to second. That ball maybe went 20 feet. I'm not entirely sure. It went basically rolled on the ground to get to the backstop. Miller, as soon as she saw that ball hit the ground, started going and unable to retire her at second. So 2-0 now on Lara. Runner on second. Lacey is the game-ending run. Spartans lead by 6 here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 pitch to Lara. Also low for a ball. It's 3-0. You wonder about the grip. That's Kimball in the circle. Throwing the ball back, trying to get new softballs. They're toweling them off in between pitches. Yeah, that was well pitched. You wonder about grip. You wonder about safety and all that. Rain continues to come down here. Lighter than it was at the start of the inning, but still coming down. The 3-0 to Lara. That's a strike on the outside card of the plate. It's 3-1. Kimball entered into this game in the circle in this inning. She's the second reliever for Chicago. Nicole Wong went 2 innings, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. 3-1. Hits the outside part of the plate and low. Runs the count full, 3-2. Some protestations from Spartan fans, but called a strike nonetheless. So Wong went 2 innings, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. Paige Hefke, who started the game, went 2 innings, 5 runs on 6 hits. As Lara will take ball 4. So back-to-back walks to lead off the 5th. It'll be a pinch hitter here for the Spartans. That'll be Laura Mioli hitting for Nyla Durham. Number 13, Mioli to the plate. So Mioli to hit for Durham.
Laura Mioli.
Laura, the first-year student from Brooklyn, New York. Hitting .375 on the season. This is her 13th appearance. She has yet to start a game. Pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. In 8 at-bats, she's got 3 hits, 4 runs scored. One of those hits was a home run. She's driven in 4. She also struck out 4 times. So real 3 true outcomes, you might say. No walks, though. So .375 batting average, 375 on base, but it's .750 slug. Home run here will end it. I mean, a double will probably end it. If 2 runs score, that's the end of the game. Kimball gets the sign, gets the ball past Mioli, even the count at 1-1. If I were to guess, that pitch off speed on the plate. Strike 2. If I were to guess, no matter what happens, once this inning's over, that tarp's coming on the field and play will be stopped. So the Spartans trying to get 2 runs and make it a real official game. Otherwise, it'll still be an official game, and as long as they don't resume it tomorrow. That pitch low for a ball. It's 2-2. They have the option to resume it, I guess, later today. That's certainly possible. But if we don't play at all the rest of the day, this game is official and will be over. So 2-2 the count on Mioli. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Spartans got 2 walks, runners on second and first, leading 8-2. That pitch is high for a ball, runs the count full, 3-2. We'll see what Mioli does here. Full count against a pitcher that's walked both of the batters that she's faced. Rain continuing to fall. I would do some rain ASMR for you, but I'm not a professional and I don't want to do that. Full count offering. Way high and outside for ball 4, so 3 consecutive walks, loads the bases here in the 5th. It'll be Kate Coonan to the plate now for the Spartans. This is her spot in the lineup. So Kate Coonan will now hit. Bella Hunter had hit in this spot, as did Kaylin Zuzai. So Coonan now to hit for the Spartans. With the bases loaded, nobody out. Chicago's taking a meeting in the circle. Probably discussing what they want to do. Really looking like they're having some fun out there in the circle. Trying to figure out, I guess, if they want to keep playing. Maybe stopping a little bit. Hard to tell. Still sprinkling, reports are. Umbrellas are all still out in the crowd. Oh, yeah. So rain's still falling here at Mather Park. Bases full of Spartans. It's Miller on third, Lara on second, Mioli on first for Kate Coonan. Coonan, who does not have an at-bat or a plate appearance today. She was in the lineup. She played the first inning and then was pulled for a pinch hitter and now re-entered the game. So Coonan the first year. This is her 25th start. She's appeared in every game. Hitting just 177, 11 hits and 62 at-bats. She scored 11 times, has 3 runs driven in. First pitch to Coonan. Hits the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. And it looks like we'll get a change here for the Spartans. Potentially a pinch runner would be my guess. It'll be running at first base will be Nyla Durham. So Durham will re-enter and run at first for Mioli. A little bit faster there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at first base for the Spartans.
Though that run does not matter.
Nyla Durham.
If Ashley Miller and Lacey Lara score, this game is over. But if one of those two is retired, I guess that's how head coach Josie Henry's playing it. So bases loaded. Still nobody out. 0-run pitch to Coonan. A little lollipop there catches the plate. It's 0-2. I don't know if that pitch was 15 miles an hour or not. The 0-2 pitch to Coonan. Way outside in the other batter's box. It's 1-2. Just off for Chicago. That was Paige Swackel entering into their dugout. Swackel, she was just maybe come on as a pinch hitter. That pitch outside for ball. It's 2-2. So Kimball in the circle has faced 3 batters, walked all 3. Spartans with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Looking to end this game here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch to Coonan. Another lollipop called. Strike 3. That pitch started at her shoulders and dropped all the way into the strike zone. So Coonan goes down looking. But it'll bring up the top of the order in Karen Potts. Potts 3 for 3, looking for hit number 4 today. 3 for 3 with 3 runs driven in. Potts has had a 4-hit game this last season. She had 4 hits against Brandeis. That was back on April 19th, 2024. Looks at a pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. Maybe that's what Kimball needed to settle in and strike out looking. This season, Potts has had multiple 3-hit games now. This one today and against Capital as well as against Bellhaven. As she looks at a strike, it's 0-2. So this is her third 3-hit game this year. Looking for hit number 4. So 4th at bat first against Kimball. But Kimball has her down 0-2. Looking for the second strikeout. 1 down here in the 5th. Pitch way outside for ball. It's 1-2. If you're a Spartan hitter, I don't know how you look for that. Like that pitch that Kimball throws, the change-up, curveball. I don't know what to call it. Drop pitch. We'll call it that. You just have to stand there and wait and then rear back and swing. The 1-2 goes fastball high and outside for a ball. It's 2-2. The problem is, if you're Kimball and you miss that pitch over the plate and Potts connects with it, Potts, who last year had 8 home runs, and this year has. There she waited back on it and was able to foul it back. Still 2-2. That pitch will land on top of the dugout and stay there. Last year 8 home runs. This year no home runs. So looking to get off Schneider in that regard, and that softball will stay on the dugout. 2-2. If you're Potts, you got to wait back on that and just load up and swing. Easier said than done, of course. The 2-2. Fouls that one back. Still 2-2. That one into the trees. For Kimball, that strikeout was number 12 of this season. Those were walks 24, 25, and 26, though, in now 40 2/3 innings. Potts facing a 2-2 count. 1 out, bases loaded for the Spartans. They lead 8-2 in the 5th. Fouls that one back. Still 2-2. So good at bat here for Potts. She's now faced 7 pitches. It'll be pitch number 8 coming up. As we'll get a ball exchange again. Check in on Spartan baseball. Nothing. Well, they have removed the tarp from the pitcher's mound, so they'll be getting started soon. 2-2, the count on Potts. In a battle here with Kimball. The pitch. Waited back on it and fouled it back again. So that drop ball not able to fool Karen. She fouls back pitch number 7. This will be pitch number... Sorry, that was pitch number 8. This will be pitch number 9 in this at-bat. Karen looking to end this game for the Spartans in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. That's high for a ball. It's 3-2. So another full count for Kimball, who's faced, I believe, full counts on all but one of the batters she's faced, and that one was a 2-2 count. Pitch number 10 in this at-bat. We'll see if she goes with the drop ball. She does not, and Potts fouls it back. The at-bat continues. Very much a cat and mouse game between pitcher and catcher and coach and batter. Trying to see what she'll get to hit. Pitch number 11 here to Karen Potts. And she drives that one to left field. Should be deep enough to score a run. Got there by Hoy. She throws it into the ground. And no one else would advance. So a sacrifice RBI for Karen Potts. Second out of the inning. As no one else will advance. Miller will score on the play. And it'll be Bisberry to the plate. So 2 outs in the 5th. It's 9-2 Case Western Reserve. Bisberry to the plate, but we'll get a pinch runner here, would be my guess. Looks like it'll be number 3. 3? Yeah, so Tara Fritcher now will run at second for Lacey Lara. More speed on the base pass for the Spartans. That is the game-ending run with 2 outs here and Bisberry at the plate. Biz today, 1 for 2 with a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. She's batting now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The Spartans lead 9-2. So 9-2 is the score here in the bottom of the 5th. And that pitch driven to right center field. If it falls, that'll be it, but it's not. And Ding will retire the side here. So the Spartans score 1 more. They lead 9-2 as we head to the 6th. So it'll be Anna Jensen to lead off the 6th inning for the Maroons. Jensen 1 for 2 today. She flew out in the 2nd and singled in the 4th. First pitch from Def Misra, low for a ball. Some defensive changes for the Spartans. I believe Ashley Miller moved from left to right, and Tara Fritz remained in the game as a left fielder. That pitch over for a strike. It's 1-1. So Def Misra now in inning number 3 of work for her. In 2 innings, she's given up no runs on 2 hits with a walk. No strikeouts. The 1-1, driven to right field. Miller back on it, but has a beat on it. We'll take the catch. 1 down here for Chicago. Now it's
number 40,
Kate Bannister to the plate. Bannister 0 for 1, entered the game in the 3rd inning, if I'm not mistaken. Defensively in the bottom of the 3rd, she's popped out in her lone at-bat. Grounds the first pitch she sees to Potts, scoops it up, and throws it to first. 1 pitch, 1 out for out number 2. So quick inning so far for Def Misra, who this season now, this is her longest outing of the year. Longest outing of her career is 3 innings. This is definitely her longest outing of the season, beating 1 1/3 when she pitched against Redlands back on March 12th. Lila Sims to the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. She also reached on a fielder's choice. So 2 2/3 innings from Misra. Is that pitch high for a ball? It's 1-0. 9-2 is our score. Case Western Reserve leads here in the top of inning number 6. After a scoreless first, Spartan scored 5 in the 2nd, gave up 2 in the 3rd, scored 3 more in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. And that one popped into center field. Durham is under it on the track, and she'll make the catch. So a quick inning there from Def Misra. I believe it was just 5 pitches. And the Maroons are down in order in the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half. Case Western Reserve still leads 9-2. So the bottom of the 6th here from Mather Park, 9-2 is our score. Spartans with 9 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Chicago with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. It'll be Kai Gross to lead it off against Alana Kimball. Kimball now pitching in her 2nd inning. She gave up a run without allowing a hit, 3 walks and a strikeout in the previous frame. Gross, as that first pitch, she drives into left center field. The outfielders give chase, but that's off the wall. Gross thought maybe it would be out, but she'll be in with a stand-up double, her 3rd of the day. Gross thought that one was gone and she had ended the game, but she didn't. She settles in with double number 3 for Caitlin Lamb up to the plate now. So Kai Gross, 3 for 4 with 3 doubles, 3 runs batted in. That might be a program record if I'm not mistaken, 3 doubles in 1 game. Take a look at that real quick. It matches a program record set both by Nicole Doyle and Jordan Manwarren. Jordan did it against Heidelberg back in 2022 on April the 26th. Nicole did it twice, once against Washougal on April the 15th in 2017 and once against Univista on March 15th, 2019. So Kai Gross matching the program record with 3 doubles. Caitlin Lamb now batting, looking to drive her in. First pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. Lamb today 0 for 3 with a strikeout. She grounded out in the first, struck out in the second, and grounded out in the fourth. She has yet to face the Olana Kimball. Kimball, the third pitcher for the Maroons today. She goes with the drop ball way outside for a ball. It's 2-0. If Kai starts running as soon as that pitch is released, she gets to third without a throw. Like, that pitch is so slow. So Lamb facing a 2-0 count. Gross on second. No down here in the bottom of the sixth. Pop that one. Deep left field. That ball is out of here. Caitlin Lamb ends the game with a 2-run homer. Her second in as many days, as the Spartans will wrap this one up. They'll finish with an 11-2 victory here in 6 innings.
Final score, Case Western Reserve 11.
So the Spartans will win it here 11-2 over.
Second game as soon as we get to field prep. Once again, game number
Chicago, the Spartans will improve to 21-8, 8-3 in conference play. The Maroons will drop to 14-15, 3-8 in University Athletic Association play. Dev Misra will get the win in the circle. For her, that's her first win this year. The loss will go to Hefke. Hefke will drop to 10-8. Hope you'll stick around for game number 2. They need to prep the field, and then we'll be ready to go. Make sure to refresh your web browser, no matter what device you're using, whether that's mobile or web device. Refresh your browser and stick around for game number 2 here between the University of Chicago and Case Western Reserve. I've been Eddie Karakas. Thank you for joining me here for game 1.